Welcome to the Teapot Reads. I'm the Teapot. This is what I'm currently reading, and I'm so happy to see you today. Welcome back to another book haul. I feel like I just filmed one, but I have more books. It's a sickness, but that's fine. Have I been buying books to cope with mental health and trauma? Yes. Do I care? No, as long as I can afford it. I'm okay. So, now that that's out of the way, let's basically just get into the books. First of all, so, not to make complete light of it, but I do buy books when I'm just not feeling great. That is something I do. It is a coping mechanism. I know it's not the healthiest thing. It could be worse, though. And a lot of these are actually pre-orders that have finally come in or finally released. So it's not like all of these were stress buys. In fact, I think, let's see, 8 of these were pre-orders that finally came in. So I'm actually pretty happy and proud of that. Let's just dive into it. First of all is a book I don't typically buy. This is a children's picture book. It's called There Is a Ghost in This House. It's by Oliver Jeffers. It's really cute. It actually came out post-Halloween, which is a shame. I don't know if you can see, this is sort of like see-through and clear. And when you take it off, there's the house. But what's really clever about this book, I mean, it's a really cute book and it's kind of more dark as well, but it's really cute. What's really, really clever is you'll have a picture of, this is a girl who lives in this house and she's like, I don't know, they say they're ghosts. But then you have these see-through pages just like the cover, and when you flip it, you see the ghosts on top of the picture. Really clever, really cute. I bought this 100% just because of all that. I thought it was really well made, and I kind of view it as a piece of art. I did read it. It's really sweet, really soft. I might at some point end up gifting this to an actual child, since this is literally the only picture book I own that isn't like from my childhood. But I do really like it. I think it's really, really cute and really, really sweet. So I just want to share that. It's really a cool book. So I'm really pleased I got this. Definitely not something I normally buy. So then I picked up Frost in May by Antonia White. This is part of Virago Modern Classics 40th anniversary set. I have had my eye on a lot of books from this series for a while, and basically ended up making a list of my top 12 that I really wanted to read that they had put out, and then rolled a d20, and this is the one that came. And I don't know if you can tell, the cover is very pretty. Let's see, you can get, it's kind of shiny. You can't really see, but it does sparkle a little. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous, and it's pretty thin. So this is, I think, just sort of like a Bildungsroman, but it's about Nanda, and she goes to school / lives in a convent, and the flap, it just says, convent school life is perfectly captured. The smell of beeswax and incense, the petty cruelties of the nuns, and the eccentricities of Nanda's school friends. And it just sounds really interesting. It sounds like it's going to be kind of a charming, almost springtime read. I'm really excited for this one. Yeah, it's really pretty, sounds really good, sounds really charming. I've never read anything by Antonia White, but if she's being published as part of a 40th anniversary set, that makes me think highly of her. So really excited to read this. It might be a little bit before I get to it though, just because it feels a bit out of season. Oh my goodness. And then we have Tristan and Eleanor. This is the American hardcover edition. I do have another edition pre-ordered to match my set. I have the Australian edition, but this is the prequel to Sabriel, and also the 6th book in the Old Kingdom series, publication wise. It is about Sabriel's father and mother. I love the Sabriel series. I haven't read them all. I do intend to actually go back and reread them, hopefully next year. But I'm really excited. I was so excited when this was announced. I also love the cover on this one. I was so excited when this was announced. I'm so excited to add it to my collection. I love Garth Nix books, and just, I am thrilled to have it. I haven't really looked at the description because I don't want to spoil anything. Even though it's technically a prequel, I just want to go into it and just be embraced by Garth Nix and the Old Kingdom, because they're great fantasy books. Like I said, I do have to reread It's been ages since I've read any books in the series, so I do feel like I need to reread. But as soon as that happens, like hopefully that'll be soon, and as soon as that happens, I'll be picking up Tristan and Eleanor. Okay, so this is Gilded. This is Marissa Meyer's newest book. It is another fairy tale retelling. This one I think is a more traditional fairy tale retelling. It is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and I really liked the cover online, but in person I think I hate it. I hate those eyes. I hate how shiny it is, and like, you hear that? It's like squeaky. I hate that. I really, really hate that. But I really liked the Lunar Chronicles, and she hasn't really written anything since then that interested me until this. So I'm excited to dive into this. I think it's a standalone fantasy novel, and I'm always down to give those a try. Don't know when I'll get to this though. The cover is a major turnoff. I almost didn't end up buying it. I just think it's kind of hideous. I'm sorry, I'm a cover snob. Not a big fan. So this isn't gonna surprise anyone who's been with this channel for a bit. I got another copy of Hana Karenina. Sorry, I just noticed some scuffing on it. It's fine, I'll live. This is part of the Penguin Vintage Russians Classic series. I really like these editions. I just got it to add to my collection. I just really like this cover. I think it's like actual Russian fabric that they took pictures of or like scanned or whatever. It's just really pretty. It's just really pretty. A nice way to do it. A nice size, good quality pages. Just flipping through it, I can tell it's like a different translation. Like obviously it is. It's translated by Louise and Aylmer Maud, but like flipping through it, I noticed things just like off the top of my head. I was like, oh, how curious. I will say I like the printing in this one. The font size is really nice. Not to say I wish I had read this one, but the font size is just like really nice. This is also to add to my collection. I finally got a hold of volume 4 of Toilet Bound Hana Cocoon. I have been waiting for this volume to come back into print for like ages, and here it is, and it's pretty. There it is. We've got Ku and Hanako on the cover, and yeah, really happy to just add this to my collection. Like, quite pleased. I love the series. I read that volume ages ago. I just didn't actually own it. 2 more books that I bought for collection purposes. We have the Marjolaine Baskin editions of Wuthering Heights and Sense and Sensibility. These are pretty. I never imagined I will read these editions. What's very cool about them is they have like sort of props sort of put in there. I know like Pride and Prejudice has a lot of letters. So like this one has like a document. Let's see. So those are really cool. These are just cool editions. Totally just got them for collecting purposes because I think they're very pretty. Alright, let's do this one next. So I picked up Dune Messiah. This is the second book in the Dune series. I picked it up because I read Dune a long time ago, and I saw the movie, and the film made me want to reread the book, which I hadn't been super impressed with, but I think it cleared up some stuff and just made it come alive in a way that like the text hadn't done initially. So I want to return to it, and I was like, I may as well just buy the rest of the series. Again, partly for collection purposes, partly because I know that if I give it another try, I will want to finish it this time. So yes, this is just book 2. This picks up where book 1 leaves off, basically. I think it's a couple years later, but all the same, I will be rereading book 1, but here it is. Here's Dune Messiah, and this one is quite a deal shorter, which I very much appreciate. Thank you, Frank Herbert, for having that foresight. I've been in a kind of urban fantasy mood. Part of it is like I want to go back and reread the Dresden Files, but mostly I want something new, and I finally picked up a book that I have wanted to read for ages, and finally was just like caved and bought it. And that is Rosemary and Rue by Shawnee McGuire. This is the first book. It's very tiny. This is the first book in the October Day series. So October Day, Toby Day, is a changeling, I believe, and I don't know if she's a private investigator or what, but she basically straddles the line between the Fae world and the human world and investigates stuff, and it's an urban fantasy, and it's, it has mixed reviews, but I have a feeling I'm going to like it. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a fun read. I hope to read this one soon, just because I have been in an urban fantasy mood. It's also like a longer series, which I appreciate. I think I've been kind of in the mood for something I could really like sink into for a while. And then we have my 3 that I am most excited about. because these are like collector's editions. So let's start with this one. The UK collector's edition of Addie LaRue. It is silver. It is so pretty. Look at that. It's stained. It's gorgeous. It is just stunning. Look at the stamping. We have gorgeous end pages. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. I think the back end pages are different as well. Yes, they are. There's a lot of fan art in here, which I just absolutely adore. Also, this is a small thing, but I thought this was cool. The author photo looks like it was like sketched on, which I think is really a cool touch. So this has a lot of fan art, which, like I just said, is really cool. Some of them are in blacks and whites, and some of them are in colors. Let's see. I don't want to like spoil them all, but look at that one. Very pretty. Very glad I added it. It does have a ribbon bookmark and everything. Just really happy to have this in my collection. I loved Addie LaRue. I love having more editions of this book. Keep putting them out. I will keep buying them. Then we have... So, okay. I just posted my reading vlog / review for this book, and this book did not leave me impressed in the least. But this is the Fairy Loot edition that came in their box, and this is their Once Upon a Broken Heart, and look at it. The colors on here are gorgeous. I love these variant edges, but even more, I love all the extra touches. So let's start with the Behind the Dust jacket. Look at this. Stunning, okay? I almost wish I had 2 copies just so I could frame this. Okay, this book is prettier than it is good. And then we'll do the end pages. We've got the characters here. I love this art style. We've got the characters here. But most of all, we have the stamping, which this made me squeal. This is one of my favorite parts of the book. It says the Ballad of the Archer and the Fox. Oh my god. And even the spine says that. Like, how cool. It's so cool. Got an arrow on the back. This is so freaking cool. I love this. I love this. I think this is like the nicest Fairy Lit edition of anything I probably own. It is so cool. I cannot get over it. Anyway, this edition is just fantastic and phenomenal. And then finally, this is a book I have been waiting for. I do not 100% know what it's about, and I do not care. I just think I'm really going to like it. This is the Fae Crate edition of The Niche and the Smile, I can't speak, by C.J. Marwild. Like, it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it. It's shimmery. Yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness. Just stunning. Like, look at that. Just art everywhere in this book is like, look at that. Oh my god. Love, 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 love. I'm very glad I waited because I'm just like to die for. There is art in here. I don't know if it's in the regular editions as well. I also don't know if it's spoilery, so I'm not going to share that. I don't think. I'm so excited to read this book. Anyway, I'm so happy it's here. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I do not know if I care. I have a feeling I'm going to love it. So it doesn't really matter to me whether it's phenomenal or not. Or what it's about, I guess I should say. It's a fantasy, I know that. But yes, this is my most exciting, probably, release or arrival or book that I've hauled in this video. I'm super thrilled for it. A lot of these, like you saw, were like collector's editions, not necessarily like new to me to read, but all the ones that were new to me to read, I am really excited to read. So that's good. That's a good track record to have. But that's where I leave you. Thank you for watching. I know I just, like I said, just did another book haul not that long ago, but sometimes you just gotta buy books to be happy. It is a thing. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you're somewhere cold, I hope you're staying warm. If you're somewhere warm, I hope you're staying comfortable. And most of all, I hope you're reading a great book. I will see you guys next time. Bye!